All right, guys, so this is the conclusion, the DSP versus the Internet, episode 77. It's been a great show. I want to thank the audience here, who has been a great audience, nice and interactive and supportive today. Thank you so very much for that. We're going to get to our final videos for the week in random order. Let's see what's next.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Wake Up Right, where I share all the things that help me live each day a little.
Is this going to be... It seems like it's related, doesn't it? No, it's... Oh, it is random order, but it went there and there because it is definitely related. It's a woman who, I guess you're saying she's gonna go running and she might be gaining the weight back. I don't know who this woman is. Hope you enjoy my last 1 mile for time of 2022. What does that mean? What? Walking pups, gaining weight. Thanks, Ritual, for sponsoring. Going shopping, maybe. Why do I care about this? She's a lifestyle vlogger. You are? I don't care. I really don't give a shit. Sorry, we already watched kind of one. I'm going to the next video.
This is an unfair and discriminatory decision against our athletes. Around the world, we can all see and know very well that there are many different conflicts going on.
The Paris Olympics.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Conflict.
Today we're counting down our picks for the concerns, conflicts, and controversies that have cast a...
By the way, what happened to Watch Mojo, man? Watch Mojo. 25 million subscribers. They can't even get 100,000 views on a video about the Paris Olympics. That's a very pertinent, timely topic. They can't even get 100,000 people out of their 25 million to watch this video, right? How the mighty have fallen. Because I remember there was a time when every video they put out was like a 1 million view video, but they suck. I've seen some of their crap. It's hack job stuff. One time they had a countdown of me. They were saying the most embarrassing Twitch streams ever. And then they showed my embarrassing moment, and I didn't stream on Twitch at the time. So they literally didn't do 2 seconds of research to find out I wasn't a Twitch streamer. So that's the level of stuff that they put out. It's pretty crap. So I wouldn't be surprised if this video is very poorly researched and it's a piece of dog shit. Let's actually just watch a little bit of it.
A long shadow over the 2024 Summer Olympics.
Testosterone is not a perfect test.
That is true. YouTube has been DMCA crazy about the Olympics. You're right. So I'll be careful with this video, and I'll be watching and seeing if it's getting claimed.
Many women can have testosterone, which is in what would be called male
So they're talking
levels.
about the boxer, right?
Number 10. Canada women's soccer drone scandal.
Yeah, it feels incredible. I mean, it's been a hard couple days, but right now all I'm feeling is an immense amount of pride.
Sometimes when you pull on a loose thread, the whole sweater comes undone. That's sort of what happened in the case of the Canada women's soccer team. Scheduled to play New Zealand on July 25th, a major wrench was thrown into those plans when a Canadian-operated drone was spotted observing their rivals practicing a few days ahead of the match.
Bev Priestman asked HR about how to handle the fact that an analyst was uncomfortable cheating. She mentioned that the top 10 teams in the world do it.
It is forbidden to use drones for recording.
What? She mentioned that the top 10 teams in the world do it. So they all fly drones over each other's training camps and spy on each other? Wow, the world of football or soccer is pretty fucked up. They all just cheat? Like, what the hell? Do they have a designated sniper to shoot down the drones of your opposition? Like, is that allowed too? Can you just, like, shoot it right down? Because that's what I would be like, okay, we're going to practice. And they have like a team of crack snipers come out. And they start combing the skies for the drones to come out. Right? Like, what is going on?
Recording others without their consent in France. Before long, those involved with the scandal faced a 1-year ban from the sport, along with a host of other consequences for Canada. Number 9. Olympic Village conditions. Even the Olympians themselves were not immune to the chaotic spirit that seemed to surround this iteration of the Summer Games. Although a futuristic water-based cooling system was proposed as an alternative to air conditioning, it quickly became clear that more intense measures would be required in what is reportedly the hottest games ever on record.
Our short-term responsibility to give to high performance athletes the best condition in order to perform, and that's.
And we realized that we fucked up. We did not do what we should have done because that would have been common sense. A water-based cooling system during the Olympics. That sounds really smart. Let me tell you, we don't have decades of documented research to say that air conditioning is the best way to deal with heat. We're going to try something truly different and revolutionary, right, during the Olympics, when these athletes have everything on the line. Their entire lives, they've been practicing and waiting to perform on the world stage and possibly become a medal-adorning champion representing their country. This is the moment of their lives they will remember forever. And then they go to their dorm room, and you gave them a little sprinkler to cool down instead of fucking air conditioning because you cheaped out because you're a bunch of fucking morons.
That's the reason why we've
Wow.
offered them the opportunity to rent temporary AC.
As the temperature rose, though, the organizing committee acquiesced to providing athletes with air conditioners for a price. This created a clash of classes, so to speak. Critics deemed the system unfair to participating countries who were unable to afford the extra cost. Number 8, The Last Supper.
Really, there
Oh,
was
we know about this.
Never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group.
In a general
Except you
sense,
did.
Olympics opening ceremonies are meant to not only celebrate that year's host country and what their unique culture has to offer the Games, but the Games themselves, as well as participating athletes. In 2024, though, these sentiments were overshadowed by culture war fallout. Festivité, one segment of the opening ceremony which featured drag queens in a scene reminiscent of Da Vinci's The Last Supper, came under heavy fire from France's right wing. The Bishops' Conference of France referred to Festivité as a, quote, derision and mockery of Christianity.
Ma volonté n'est pas d'être subversif, ni de me moquer, ni de choquer.
Yes, you did. That's exactly what he was doing. He was trying to be shocking and say, well, that's what we are. We're all big artists out here in France, in Paris, right? That's exactly what he was doing. So he outright lied. So I didn't know he came out and said this. He's an asshole. 100%. Only one of the scenes was supposed to be a parody of The Last Supper. There were many other scenes as well that were supposed to be other things that weren't The Last Supper. But he absolutely parodied The Last Supper. And then everyone called him on it, and then he becomes a pussy. A bunch of French people being pussies. Well, that's something very unique. It's never happened before, right?
Okay. Ma volonté est simplement de dire que nous sommes ce grand nous.
The Paris 2024 organizing committee defended the segment, and
What a
Barbara
moron.
Butch, who appeared in the scene, is reported to have contacted French legal authorities in response to the online hate campaign.
En France, on a le droit de s'aimer.
Yes. Yes, contact the legal authorities for online bullying. That sounds like a good idea. That always works, right? Let me tell you. When Doody makes a video about me, I call the FBI. And they're right on the case.
On veut, avec qui on veut. En France, on a le droit de croire ou de ne pas croire. En France, on a le droit, on a beaucoup de droits, voilà. Et c'était l'idée de faire transparaître ces valeurs-là à travers la.
The games are not about you. The Olympic Games are supposed to show worldwide unity and how the spirit of competition. Now, hey, look how fucking weird we are in France. We can parody The Last Supper. We don't give a fuck because here we're not offended by anything, right? Well, it's a worldwide stage. It's not just you. I understand, like for example, the Beijing Games, right? They open the Beijing Games, and here's China representing who they are. Now, not a lot of people like China, and that's okay. They don't like the way the government's run. But they're showing, look, here's all these trained people doing giant instruments and things, being orchestrated things. It looks amazing. People on the world stage are like, whoa, that's what China represents. Got it. He puts out this show that's he knows is going to be offensive to a lot of people. What he's basically saying is, hey, in France, we don't give a fuck about what you think. Fuck you. So he literally could have just actually had the opening games been a big middle finger. And if that's really what he wanted to do, that's okay. I mean, seriously, I'm okay with that. That's freedom of speech. If literally France wants to say, fuck you, world, we don't care what you think, we do what we want, then go ahead and do that. But here he is, being a pussy. Oh, I didn't mean that. That's not what... Yes, you did. We know what you meant. It was pretty blatantly clear what you meant. I don't personally find offense at what he did. I don't. I really don't. But then don't lie about it later because the world had a backlash against you. That's called... You put your tail between your legs You crawled out and you cried like a sissy. A sissy.
La cérémonie.
Number 7. World Aquatics Athletics ban.
This is by far the toughest restriction against transgender athletes. Swimming's international governing board saying they consulted with scientists and policymakers and voted to essentially ban trans swimmers from elite competitions, including the Olympics.
Historically a thorny, contentious issue in the world of sport, controversy inevitably followed when, in 2022, World Aquatics forbade the participation of transgender women. In 2023, World Athletics followed suit. Writing for Science, a peer-reviewed journal, researchers Eric Villain and Joanna Harper found that trans women bore demonstrably little physical advantage over their cisgender peers.
All I'm going to say is this. All I'm going to say is this. It's all or nothing. And here's what I mean by that. If you're going to allow trans people to do athletics like this, like in the Olympics, okay, then there just cannot be a gender barrier at all. It just has to be everyone competes against each other. Men, women, trans, everything. Then there's no reason to complain because no one has an unfair advantage, right? 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 But that's the thing. People don't want to do that. They don't want to say, hey, everyone competes against each other. They still want to have the categories of men and women, but that's what causes the problem. So it's either you're going to have your categories, which are based on scientific data stating that men should compete with men and women should compete with women, or you're going to have everyone at once. You can't have it split where somehow now someone might have an unfair advantage. That's where this is the problem is coming in, right? So go ahead, make sports completely based on nothing gender whatsoever. Everyone competes against each other, right? Someone actually just made an interesting suggestion. Why not just make it weight classed? I could see that. Why not make it weight classed? So it doesn't matter what your gender is. If you're weight classed this way, you're with this group. If you're weight classed this way, you're with this group. I'd be fascinated to see what would happen. Maybe we would have some women who would be like faster than men. Maybe we'd have some women who actually are smarter and tougher than men and could beat the shit out of them in some of these competitive sports, right? Maybe we would. I don't know. I honestly think that would be more interesting than this controversy that I don't care about. These fucking people who complain because they're trans and they can't be in the Olympics, but we know that would mean that they would probably have an unfair advantage. That the problem isn't that you're trans. The problem is that we have the gender categories for a reason. If you put men versus women, men will likely win almost the whole time. So that's why we need to have the gender categories to make it fair. But now you're saying that you're the other gender. I don't care. I'm not offended by that. Go for it. But now you have an unfair advantage. You don't understand that. South Park parodied this a zillion years ago. Remember with the Special Olympics, and Cartman entered the Special Olympics not having any kind of disability, pretending like he did so he could win the Special Olympics. Why do you want to do? I don't understand. I'm lost. I'm really lost at this debate. It's such a common sense debate. If you're saying that we ever had gender groups, it's discriminatory, then get rid of the gender groups. It's either we have them for a reason or we don't. If there's no reason to have them, then get rid of them and everyone competes against each other and then it's fair. Just do weight-based, right? I just feel like this is nonsense. I'm sorry. This whole debate is bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. Everyone's got to make everything into bullshit and drama over nothing. When common sense prevails, if anyone just had a fucking common sense mindset, all of these issues would not exist, right? But I think people just got to make it an issue so that way I can get on camera and we can talk about it. We can have 500 people commentating about it and we can make money on it because it's controversial and it's risque and shit. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. Common sense. Whatever happened to it? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm getting kind of bored of this video now. I want to go to at least one or two more before we adjourn the show. So let's see what's next.
Oh, the food pyramid. Quite possibly the...
We already saw that. Let's go to the next one.
Dreams can be beautiful, but we all have to wake up eventually.
Guys, I'm sad because this one is probably something I would be interested in. But sadly, guys, it's 35 minutes long. I can't watch a 35-minute long video on a clip show. So whoever submitted this, sorry. Maybe a good topic for a long-form react. I can't watch 35 minutes on a clip show. That was a bad submission.
All good things must...
Wait a minute. Did we get kicked out of the playlist? We got kicked out of the fucking playlist. No one submitted that video.
Oh, the food pyramid. Quite
because the stupid food pyramid did it again and ended the playlist. All right. Let me look for one or two more videos I want to watch for the end of this show. Let's see. And they have to be short. Let's see. Every political ad, I didn't see that. Short. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League lost a lot of money. Let's see how much money it lost.
Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League was not a victory lap for WB Games and DC Comics. Instead, it was a major flop, and we recently heard reports on how much money the project lost. And, well, get ready to talk about a
$200 million loss.
I believe that. I totally believe that with the cost of development of these games today, which is so overinflated.
WB's Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League has reportedly lost $200 million. Now, some people are going to ask how, because that's not possible, and we're going to have to take a little bit of a step back and talk about what all contributes to this. So the entire time after they finished Arkham Knight, they were working on multiple different projects and video games that all got canceled. Those all contribute to the R&D for this project because
that's kind of dumb. They're attributing the development cost and R&D to games that never existed to this project. Why? That's a really dumb way to do it. You know why? Because probably now this becomes like a giant loss for them, but it allows them to probably get away with stuff. Like, they could write it off on taxes and shit. Oh, look, our company took a giant loss. But it's not true. They spin it that way because legally they could say it, but in reality it wasn't, right?
We used assets and, well, you know, things that were created to roll them into this project that were leftovers. So that all contributes. But on top of this, they were making a live service game. And these live service games typically have a much higher associated cost with development because the end goal is we can spend a lot more, but people are going to play this daily. So when we add new characters, the season pass, unlockables, instead of grinding for it, people will just go, you know what, I'll give them $15 to unlock the Joker early instead of playing for 120 hours so I can just get them right now, and then I'll grind away on the costumes. Oh wait, there's a cash drop this week. If I just drop $8, I can unlock this outfit that's limited time and it's never going to be back. You know, the Call of Duty tactics and things like that. So, FOMO, fear of missing out. They were hoping to capitalize on it. But here's what happened. Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. It's kind of appropriate for this game, I guess, right? If they just belched it out and I just belched out for no reason. Yeah, I'm keeping that in there. I'm not deleting that. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Either way, though, you know, they were associating this game with huge...
It's a man after my own heart right there.
Huge success and thinking people are going to log in daily. They're going to buy all this stuff. We're putting this on as many consoles as we can. It's Rocksteady. People will show up just by the virtue of the name, you know? They were using the good old Bethesda charm approach, where they're like, hey, look, the game is broken 6 months before release, but don't worry. Once the Bethesda charm kicks in, people are just going to... It's just going to be shaping up to be something great in the final stretch of development, and people aren't going to complain because, well, everybody loves always online multiplayer games. That's what the industry's saying. They missed the boat. They missed the entire point. They missed everything, and they're losing a lot of money. And reportedly, the budget for this game is so astronomical that we don't even know what it is. It might be one of the most expensive games ever made, and if it lost 200 mil, it's definitely...
Well, he didn't really have much to add, except I know the amount is shocking. $200 million, like they were actually expecting to make that much money on that game? I don't know. All right, last video for the week. Looking for a short one. I guess we'll watch this one. Deadpool and Wolverine's Secret Super Mario cameo.
What's that?
Oh, stupid multiverse. Ooh, is this a Minecraft? Because the virginity is, well, you know, it's palpable.
Get the f*** off me. Hello?
Oh my god, Captain Lou Albano. I'm a huge fan, sir.
No, it's me, Mario. Are you guys here to save the princess?
Is that slang for cocaine? Because if so, then yes.
No,
I'm kidding, Bob Hoskins. No, me and my compadre here. Easy there, buddy. We're just trying to get back home. We have a huge third act fight and a nondescript wasteland to get to.
Oh, okay. Well, let me show you around a little bit and see if I can help.
Well, aren't you a helpful player one? I like your red overalls, too. Is that so bad guys can't see you bleed?
No, it mostly just helps hide the spaghetti sauce. Yes, they'll get you every time.
Haha, stereotypes. Hey, too tall to be comic book accurate Logan.
Not funny at all. It's really bad writing. Like, the jokes are just not funny. Now, I didn't see Deadpool and Wolverine, so I don't know if that's the kind of comedy they had the whole movie. But that writing is terrible. I'm not laughing at all. I'm not even cracked a smile. Right? It's a shame. The animation's nice. But the comedy is not. The comedy is quite bad. So, I guess we're going to call it here. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed DSP versus the internet for this week. Just to give you a rundown here. So we saw, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We saw 9 out of the 19 submission vids. About 50% of them got watched. That's not bad. That's a pretty good ratio, I would say. If you become a submission member, you'll be able to submit the videos for next week's show. And remember, if you become an Ultra member, you're guaranteed to have your videos watched. That was the whole first segment of the show. Okay, guys? So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching DSP versus the internet. I will see you next week. It should be on Sunday next week, I think. Which would be the 18th. But I'll let you know, because obviously there's been a lot of other stuff going on around here, if you haven't noticed, the other content and stuff, and depending on scheduling and everything. It may be Monday again, but we'll see. I'm going to try to aim for Sunday and go from there. You'll see the new stream set up for those who are members now, because I know we have a lot of new members who are going to submit videos. The community posts to do so will go live later tonight on the community tab of this channel. That's where you post up your videos for next week. Okay, and you'll see the instructions there too. It'll explain the criteria. All right, guys, thank you. Great show this week. I had fun. Hope you did too. See you next time.